Hello, welcome back to Danny's Diaries Unfiltered. So, I'm recording this today and I'm actually filming myself at the same time. It feels really bizarre that I've got a camera in front of me. Not bizarre in the sense that I'm not used to filming myself because I do it all the time, obviously, for social media. But for podcasts, I'm just looking at my podcast recording thing normally, so this is a bit odd. But the reason I'm filming myself is because I want to start putting my podcast episodes on YouTube and start putting little clips on my social media as well. I've had quite a lot of people recently say how much they're benefiting from listening to my podcast and how much they're enjoying them. And I love that. I love that so much. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to post the full video on my YouTube and I'm just going to put little clips on my social media just to give people a little bit more of an insight. So just a quick prep update for you all, because I think it's been a couple of weeks since my last episode. My weight has stabilised and the first calorie drop is here, guys. I knew it was coming, but I'm ready for it. So yeah, first calorie drop this week. I've had to sacrifice my oat milk lattes for now. However, we're cycling my calories, which means that I've actually got lower calories for 5 days of the week, and on my run days, which is twice a week, I've got a slightly higher calories. So on those days I can absolutely have an oat milk latte and I cannot fucking wait. I just can't have it on the days that I normally have it, but that's fine, you know, beggars can't be choosers and all that. And to be honest, we know that there needs to be some level of sacrifice and compromise, and it's just a shame that mine has to be oat milk lattes. And guys, I still have not had any Biscoff spread. I'm so sad, but I tell you what, see that first taste of Biscoff, when I have that Biscoff filled cookie in my mouth, I'm salivating. When I have that Biscoff filled cookie from the bakery across the road the day after the shoot, oh my god, is that going to taste like that's going to be like an orgasm in my mouth? I cannot wait. I can't wait. Like, I feel like I can taste it already. I'm just having a moment. So good. Anyway, so yeah, I miss my Biscoff, and now my oat milk lattes have been removed from me for now, but, well, 5 days a week. But anyway, do you know what? It'll save me money. Guys, the amount of money that I spend at Costa and just on coffees is obscene. Have you ever actually stopped to ask yourself, how much money am I spending a week on coffees and shit that I buy from the shops? Because fuck, I spend a lot. Like, I spend so much money on coffees, so I'm so intrigued to see how much I actually save. This is really weird. I don't know whether to look at the camera. I don't know whether to look at my screen. I'm just kind of looking here, there and everywhere, so not that anyone who's listening to this will see that, but on the video you will. So I'm just going to look here, there and everywhere because I'm not used to filming myself when I'm podcasting. But yeah, anyway, everything is feeling good. I'm feeling energised. I'm feeling strong still. Had a really fucking good leg session this morning. Definitely feeling leaner. My clothes are getting looser. And yeah, I'm just buzzing for this next phase. I'm actually buzzing for the drop because I knew it was coming. I know my body inside and out. I just knew that it wasn't responding as well because I've obviously dropped a lot of weight, which means that my kind of maintenance calories are less now. So I need to be in a deeper deficit. So here we are. Anyway, that's me. And yeah, I thought I'd just come on, do a little bit of an update and just record a bit of I'm hoping a powerful podcast today. I mean, I hope they're all powerful, but I feel like today's is going to be even more powerful. Like, I've got a few different things that I want to speak about, but I'm going to pause just now so I can have a sip of my coffee. So, I wanted to speak today about something that has been happening more so recently. So I always get lots of lovely messages in my DMs on Instagram, right? But I feel like more so recently, I've been having lots of conversations with women who are just lacking a lot of belief in themselves. And I get loads of lovely messages from you lovely lot saying how inspiring my content is and how inspiring I am and how people wish they had like my confidence, my motivation, my body, like so all these lovely things. And honestly, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Like, as a business owner on social media, like what we do a lot of the time is content creation, and it's tiring, it's a lot, and sometimes you don't know if people are seeing your content or actually value it in the right way that you want them to. So for someone to actually reach out and say your content's really helpful, like it really is inspiring, like that means the world to me. So thank you for anyone who says that, and just for, you know, any lovely messages. Like, I appreciate them all and I read through them all, and I always get back to everyone. I'm usually pretty quick on the response front. So yeah, because I really love meeting new people and chatting to you all. But something I'm noticing recently is there's so much negativity and such a lack of belief in you lovely ladies when I speak to you, and it makes me sad because that's how I used to feel, and hence why I do what I do now, is because I used to struggle with that for so many years. And it took me way, way, way too long to get to where I am now and become the woman that I am today. Hence why I do what I do, so I can help women like yourself get there a lot quicker, right? You're coming to me saying all this incredible stuff, saying how much that I inspire you and how much you admire my drive, my motivation, how much you a lot of you always say, I wish I had your body, or I wish I had your drive. I'm going to ask you this one question, and I want you to be really honest with your answers to yourself. Now, you don't have to tell me your answers once you've watched or listened to this episode. If you want to, it'd be great. I'd love to hear them, but you don't have to. But I want you to be real honest with yourself here. So I'm going to ask you this one question. What makes you think that you are not capable of achieving what you set out to achieve? What makes you think that you are not capable? Right? And I just want you to sit with that for a second. Feel free to grab a pen and paper and write it down, right? Now, you're probably going to come out with things like, I don't know how to get to where I want to be. I don't believe that I can. I'm scared of change. I'm scared of committing to something. I'm scared of failing. These are all very, very common feelings and emotions to experience at any stage of your journey, to be honest, but especially at the start, right? Especially at the start when you don't have any sort of direction, okay, or structure as to how you're going to get from A to B. However, the only way that you are going to banish those feelings of fear, of lack of confidence, of not having any belief in yourself, is to gain the proof that you fucking can. Now, how do we gain the proof? We take action. Easier said than done, maybe, right? But the only way that you're going to prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving the body of your dreams, becoming the woman that you want to be, is by taking action and gaining that proof, gaining that knowledge and gaining that experience for yourself. It's all fine and well me saying, right, this is what you need to do. But you're not going to gain that proof and that belief and confidence in yourself until you've actually done what you need to do, right? That is how you gain the proof. That is how you start to build that belief, that confidence, everything. Because you've done it. You've proved to yourself that you can do difficult things. So right now, you might not feel like you are capable. That's okay. I didn't back in the day. Trust me, I had next to no self-confidence. I had no security in myself, and I had very little belief. But all I knew that I had at that time was a deep fucking desire for change in myself and to have a positive impact on the world. But it came from me first. I knew that I had to change because I was so unhappy in my body, in my mind. My mental state was not good at the time. And just in life, I was not feeling fulfilled at all. I was so lost. And whilst I didn't have that knowledge, I didn't have the proof that I could do it, I was just like, eventually I know I will. And even though the belief was still very low, I just knew that at some point I would make it work. At some point I would, because I had such a deep desire for change, right? And right now, you're probably the same. You're probably sitting there. And to be honest, I know that you probably are. Like, a lot of you who I'm speaking to, I can sense when I'm talking to you how much you want this. Like, you want this so much. You want to change. You're desperate for it because you're not happy. But you're so incredibly fearful. You're fearful of doing something different, of trying and failing, of committing, of falling down and not being able to get back up, of everything. You're just so fearful. And I actually did a talk on this last September about fear because I used to be the exact same. And I spoke about how fear can do one of two things. It can either propel you forwards or it can paralyze you. Now, I used to let it do the latter. I used to let it completely paralyze me to the point where I was super depressed, super unhappy. I was completely lost, right? And I'm not going to go too deep into my story because I speak about it all the time, right? However, eventually I got to a stage where I was like, enough is enough. Like, I need to take the reins here for myself. And it's important that you know this, guys, right? no one's coming to save you. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, right? I don't mean to be a dick here saying that, but no one is coming to save you. And at that time when I was in my lowest ever place in my life, I had to take the reins. Now, from a mental health perspective, it's not as easy as just waking up one day and being like, right, okay, off we go. I'm going to change the game here. Like, I'm going to change my mindset. Like, it's not as fucking easy as that. Trust me, I get it, right? But you have to actively take the relevant steps forward in order to make that change. Nobody can do that for you. Just like if I'm having this conversation with you in my DMs, I cannot force you to hop on a call with me, and I wouldn't by any means. I cannot force you to take action and ask for help. That is not, I can't do that. That has to come from you. And that comes from that deep desire for change and that want for becoming that version of yourself in the future so deeply. You have to really fucking want it. You can be scared as hell. That's fine. Being scared is a part of the process. Like, I still get scared doing certain things to this day, okay? Not as much because I feel like I've become so fucking resilient and because I've let into the fear so much, right? But if you're going to let fear paralyze you, you're doing your future self a massive disservice. And I did that for far too fucking long, and I wish I hadn't. But in a way, I'm kind of grateful for it because I wouldn't be where I am today without it. And I wouldn't be able to help you get to where you want to be 10 times quicker than I did, right? But that fear you're experiencing, that fear of committing, that fear of change, that fear of failure, that fear of trying something new and not liking it, or fear of trying something new and failing, that's all normal. But the more you let that paralyze you, the more you're just going to stay in this unhappy state, this unhealthy state, in body and mind, not feeling confident, not living life to the fullest, constantly sitting and wishing you looked a certain way, constantly sitting, wishing you could wear those clothes without fear of worrying whatever anyone else is saying, and not feeling self-conscious, and actually enjoy your life so much more. That has to come from you. So what is stopping you, or what makes you feel like you are not capable of achieving these things? Because you fucking are. Let me tell you, I feel like I'm giving a TED talk here, right? But you fucking are. It pains me how many of you don't think you can achieve something, but you're also not taking the relevant steps to do anything about it. And I don't mean you're not doing anything. I know that a lot of you, in fact, all of you are definitely trying. You're just struggling. I just mean do something different. Do something different this time. If what you're doing is not working, if doing it on your own is not working, why are you not reaching out for help and asking for help? What is the worst that can happen? Right? I used to be queen of just constantly worrying about all the negative things, right? And oh my God, what if I fail? What if this happens? What if this happened? Like all the negative shit. And all that was happening was that I was just attracting so much more of that energy back into my life. Lo and behold, right? Literally, the energy that you project out into the world is what you get back. I'm a huge believer in that. Whether you believe it or not, it's fucking true, right? But if you are saying to yourself, I can't do this all the time, like I'm not capable, I'm not going to achieve this, of course you're not going to fucking achieve it. But if you're struggling by yourself and you've been repeating the same cycle, the same habits, the same behaviours, the same routine, week in, week out for months, years now, and you're still no further forward, that suggests that you need to do something different. You cannot expect to get a different outcome if you're not doing something different. Right? There's a saying about insanity and repeating the same cycle. I can't remember what it is, but you get my drift, right? If you're going to repeat the same cycle over and over and you're getting the same results, something needs to change. And that comes down to you to take action. And I promise this episode is not to try and get you to come and work with me. It's not. It really is just for me to try and inject a bit of belief and positivity into you. Because that's all I want. I want more women to believe that they're fucking capable. Because you fucking are, guys. You are. Like, I wish I had a movie of the old Dani and you saw what I was like, because fuck, you would not recognise her. Jeez, you would not recognise her at all. Like, it baffles me that was me. But if I can do what I've done, if I can achieve the body that I've achieved, if I can impact all these women from all over the world, if I can, achieve my dreams, which I'm still working on, but my God, have I achieved so many of them already? If I can do it, why can't you? Why can't you? Right now, you can't because you're not believing that you can. But like I said, you need to build that proof by taking action. So I want to know what your answers are if you've written them down. I feel like I'm giving a proper TED pep talk here today. But I'm hoping it's helping. I really hope it's helping. But I just want more of you to believe in yourself. It pains me that I have these conversations daily with women saying, I wish I had your motivation. Oh, your body's amazing. I wish I could achieve that. Guys, my body has not always been like this. I've worked so hard. I'm still working to transform. I'm still trying to work on these fucking stubborn legs, let me tell you. They are stubborn as shit. But like, my God, I've been training for 9 years. It's a long game, this training side of things, right? But you can achieve that too. Like, I used to be in the same mentality as you, in the sense that I used to think, okay, my body is just this way. I hold more body fat on my legs. I'm never going to transform. I'm never going to feel as confident. Like, this is just the way my body's meant to be. Fuck no. Absolutely fucking not. If you're sitting there thinking this is just the way my body's meant to be, I'm just supposed to be like slightly overweight, or I'm just meant to be unhappy, and I'm just slightly curvy or whatever. No, you can change. Guys, you can. I used to look at all the girls in college when I went to dance college and think, fuck, I wish I had their body. I wish I didn't have such wide hips, such chunky legs. I wish I had a more leaner, toned, strong body. Like, I hated myself back then, but I did something about it and I changed it 9 years later. But, right? My point is, you have to take action, and you're only going to build that belief and that proof and that confidence in yourself when you take that first step. And all I'm going to say is my inbox is always open if you ever want some positivity like this, okay? I love giving it out in the daily. This is why I want to film these videos as well, because I feel like some people prefer watching videos rather than actually listening to podcasts. Maybe you want to do both. But yeah, I just want to inject so much positivity and belief into women. Like, it's my mission, my absolute mission, to impact the lives of as many women as possible before I die. And I've already done so many, but it's not scratched the surface of what I want to do, the amount that I want to do. And I want you all to believe in yourself. If you're listening to this, if I've had a conversation with you before or not, and you're just somebody who's listening, watching, whatever it may be, just know that if I can fucking do it, trust me, you can. Anyone can. You just can't see it yet because you've not built the proof. Okay? Please just utilize this episode. Watch it as many times as you need, just to inject that positivity and belief in yourself. I'm really surprised that, I thought it was only 12 minutes. I was going to say, I'm really surprised I've only been talking for 12 minutes. It's 18 minutes. So, okay, I'm going to end it there. I feel like that's a mic drop moment with the TED Talk that I've just given there. But I really hope that that's been helpful. If you've been watching or listening to this, it has been helpful. I would love to know if you've listened to this and what your thoughts are, what your answer to the question was as well. If you'd be happy to share it with me, I'd love to hear it. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the episode. If you've watched this on YouTube, let me know if you've enjoyed watching it. I think I'm going to record more. I think I am. I'm going to do kind of shorter ones. I'm trying not to talk too much, because if you follow me on YouTube already, I'm recording the photoshoot prep series, and each episode is like 20 to 25 minutes long, which I think is acceptable. But fuck, I can talk, guys. I really can, as you are aware by now. So yeah, thanks for listening. I'm going to shut up now, and have a good day. Keep believing in yourself.